In India, science and spirituality have always gone together. Experiential spirituality through yoga and Vedanta has always been conceived of as a science, a way of knowledge to be approached with reason and experimentation through yoga and meditation, leading to the direct perception of truth. Other Indic systems of thought like Buddhism and Jainism have shared similar views. Veda itself means knowledge, deriving from the Sanskrit root vid meaning to know, to see, or to cognize. The Vedas are called Vidyas, which means ways of knowledge or perception, a term cognate with Latin video. The Vedas, we might say, are the Vidyas or videos of the sages shown on the inner screen of the meditative mind. They were said to have been cognized by the human mind in tune with the universal being or Brahman. The Vedas address all aspects of existence through Dharma, the natural laws that uphold the universe, which reflect not only matter and energy but life, mind, and consciousness. As such, the Vedas constitute what could be called a science in the modern sense of the word, and much more. We can find among the Vedic sciences a whole range of sciences from astronomy and chemistry to psychology and surgery, extending to astrology and to the science of yoga itself. We can call this integral approach to both the spiritual and material sciences as Vedic science. Unlike medieval Europe, traditional India never saw a conflict between science and spirituality. It never suppressed science or art in favor of religion. Rather, its arts and sciences developed in harmony with spirituality. However, it did discriminate between the material and the spiritual sciences. The higher and lower knowledge. The Mundaka Upanishad makes this clear. Two sciences are to be known, the higher and the lower. The higher is through which the eternal is known. The lower knowledge consists of the outer forms of knowledge through which the transient factors are known, the aspects of name, form, and action. The higher knowledge is self-knowledge, through which the nameless, formless being is known. This division of the higher and lower forms of knowledge reflects the Vedantic definition of reality as that which is eternal and the transient as an illusion. Because of this orientation, historically in India, the inner or spiritual science gained the greatest attention, though the outer sciences were not neglected. The lower sciences, moreover, can similarly be divided into two groups. The first is the usual material sciences like astronomy and medicine, such as formulated in modern science. Second are what could be called occult sciences like astrology and Vastu, which modern science has generally neglected or rejected, which suggest subtle influences of intelligence pervading the forces of nature. While the Vedic mind never saw a real division between these two types of outer sciences, for example, Vedic Jyotish includes both astronomy and astrology. Since the modern mind does, it is important to note this distinction. Science as yoga. However, the distinction between the outer and inner sciences was never meant as a radical division. In the Vedic view, one can approach the outer sciences with an inner vision and turn them into inner sciences as well. In this way, the outer sciences can become inner sciences. That is why we find such diverse subjects from astronomy and mathematics to music and even grammar defined as paths of yoga or spiritual paths. We find the same groups of Vedic seers working with and developing the outer as well as the inner sciences from the most ancient times, not finding working with one to necessarily be contrary to working with the other. It remains possible to approach such outer sciences as physics as spiritual paths or paths of yoga. They can be part of an inner science of self-realization if one uses them to connect to the universal being and consciousness within the world and within ourselves. Much of modern physics is heading in this direction as it looks for an underlying consciousness to explain the underlying unity of the laws of physics. Some scholars have said that this Indian emphasis on spirituality prevented the outer sciences from developing in India since the outer sciences were not given the same priority. But we must remember that the Dark Ages in India came later than in the West, with repeated foreign invasions and conquests disrupting the country from 1000 AD to 1800 AD. Had this not occurred, India would have likely played a greater role in the development of modern science. Today, we find many scientists coming out of India, and many of these feel in harmony with yoga, Vedanta, and Buddhism, as well as with modern science. Comment down if you learned something you did not know, and share this video as much as you can. Till then, see you in the next video, and stay tuned to the Vedic Sky.